The last time I played this game, I died an awful lot. So much so that I thought I might have to be taken on a gurney to Silius. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Journey to Silius, Part 2. We're gonna try again. We're gonna see if we can get further this time and see if maybe the game will crash a little less. And yes, once again, I am the once again, I am the Grim Reaper Frownie. Because I am, once again, very cold in my basement. But nothing to worry about. The situation should hopefully be remedied very soon. Welcome to the stream, Cows. Great to have you here. And you too, Jelly. Love to see the chat filled with spooky pumpkins. There's no spooky games tonight, though. Not unless we make it through both the games on the schedule really early. I'm not really planning anything spooky. I mean, I guess it is a little scary how bad Mission Impossible can be. Alright, so we're going to jump in here in just a moment. Part of the song sounds like another song. I don't know when it's going to get to it, but part of the song sounds like Dr. Feelgood by Alice Cooper. I'm waiting to see if it loops to that part again. I think it's the next segment after this part. No, not this, not yet. He's the one they call Dr. Feel Good. He's the one to make you feel all right. Right there. It's not exactly the same melody, so I didn't want to sing over it, but it's really close. All right, enough nonsense. Let's give the game a go. So we let the story play through last time. I think, if I remember right, it goes by kind of quickly. I don't remember if I read it or not. What a sunset. That is a glorious 8-bit sunset. Some beautiful colors there. So, I think, if I understand the story correctly, there was a group of people going to a space colony, and they were destroyed by space terrorists, and so now, and our father was among them, and so now we are seeking revenge. I think that's the plot. You love that sunset so much. Yeah, it's beautiful colors. Those colors together are wonderful. Well, makes me want to put up a green screen behind me just so I can put that sunset behind me in my stream. Loyal to Soil, welcome in, Loyal. Glad to have you here. Frownie, yo, why the hoodie? You robbing someone tonight? Not at all. It's been very chilly in my basement. I'm having some troubles with my furnace. So I've got some extra layers on. No, we have limited lives and continues in this game. I can't waste a life like that. I can't waste a life like that twice. All right, my friends. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna hit the reset button here because I really don't want to get us off to that bad of a start. The Dr. Feelgood part is right at the start of the theme song. Just being silly. Stay warm. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I can always run my dryer and my stove in case of emergency to add some extra heat to the place. I've got a little space heater, but it doesn't perform super admirably. Speaking of not performing super admirably. Oh. What? What a calamity. What a calamity. Well, we're getting the stream started off right tonight. With a crash 10 minutes in. I think we're off to a good start. All right, I'm gonna step away. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Ham Peaver, indeed. I remember last time we played this, we had a whole lot of crashes, so it might be there might be a lot of Ham Peavers tonight. All right, I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it behaves a little better this time around. What's the outside temp where you are? I'm not sure exactly. It's been getting down. It's been getting down low. It's been getting down between 30 and 40 at night. So I definitely do need the place to be warmed up. I don't want my pipes to freeze, but like I said, the house, the house retains some heat from the day. I've got some large appliances I can run. Like, there are ways to keep from freezing at the moment. If it were later in the year, I'd be in an emergency, but I need to play this a lot more cautiously. No. I say that and then I run into stationary enemies. I don't remember that laser. I don't remember that laser over the pit being a problem on our previous attempts. I'm sending you toasty thoughts. Thank you. And thank you for the translation there in chat. For those who may need it. Helicopter drops. Yeah, it drops enemies that instantly kill me. Ah, awful. Hey, we did it. I didn't do it very well, but I did it. I got cold outside at 60 Fahrenheit today, but I'm born and raised SoCal. I'm a wimp. 60 Fahrenheit is too hot for me. If it's 60 degrees outside, I feel like I'm melting. Are you serious, Agent Frownie? I was shivering. I'm pretty serious. I mean, you know, 60. I'm exaggerating a little bit. 60's all right, but I prefer temperatures around 40 outside. Like, I like to be really cold. Furnace still broke, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of a guy to look at it yet today, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get it taken care of. And it's a little worrisome. It's not an emergency. A little inconvenient, a little worrisome. I don't even really think it's broken. I mostly think it's user error. Or if there is something that's broken, it's probably something very simple to replace or repair. It's it's kind of a new furnace, so not really worried about problems with it. It's almost certainly user error. This boss is garbage. This is a terrible boss. It's terrible because that grabby arm will hit you even when you're standing on the ground, even though it's like 2 miles above your head. I'm in Wisconsin. So heating is very important to me. Light a fire in the middle of the floor. I think I'm gonna skip on that advice, Mile High Rule. It's like 40 degrees at night for maybe 2 weeks there. Yeah, we're just getting started with the cooler temperatures. Hey, if they want to put a new heating system in, that's fine with me. It's under warranty, so it'll all be on their dime. But I definitely get your point. That's how I feel every time I go to a mechanic. See, like, you can see, even with it not extended, that arm is way too high up to ever hit you. But it doesn't matter. The hitbox. The hitbox is too massive. Oh no. Nowhere is safe. Excellent. I assume that was a bot. So, good work, cows. You were so quick, I didn't even see it. They want to know if we want to become famous. The horror. I jumped right into that. I want to be famous. What do I do? What you do if you want to be famous is you tweet something outrageous and hope that someone more famous than you retweets it. It really looks like you can travel over to the left, but it's just an illusion. These guys with the rocket feet, they are a big problem for me. I don't think this should be called a run and gun game because you have to move in such small increments to move safely. It should be called a step and shoot game. Running gets me into tremendous amounts of trouble. You have to sneak. I guess you do. So I have on occasion heard of sneaky games referred to as stealth 'em ups. You know, following the shoot 'em up, beat 'em up sort of model. And I'm going to propose if we say stealth 'em up, then we should start calling puzzle games solve 'em ups. Yuck. Hang on, I'm doing this wrong. There we go. Stealth them ups is a fun name. Yeah, I like it. That laser did get me. I wasn't sure, but it did. There may be a more safe place to stand. I'm not sure. And I don't think we can take out the enemy's guns. I think we have to thread the needle here. I don't know. I'm gonna just not mess with success. Yuck. Don't stand up into the bullet. I did it as I was saying don't do it. There's so much. There's so much going on. It's very easy to get fatigued trying to watch this. That's this boss's like really like great strength is like it just wears you out into being very sloppy. Like my eyes begin to ache trying to follow all these for so long. Racing games can be called speed 'em ups. So I think one of our attempts made it to this level before. I don't remember if we could see the level when it did, or if it was... I feel like it was glitched into incomprehensibility. Yeah, I remember the falling platforms here. This is impossible. Okay, this is probably our last continue. No. crushed by the thwomp. The screen didn't scroll the same way that time. Last time that thwomp didn't fall and that guy didn't swoop at me. And this time the thwomp fell and the guy swooped at me, and I was barely even able to get either of them on the screen before they did. No, I hit too many of them. I am trembling in horror at the thought of trying to do a deathless run of this and all of the runs that are going to be lost into that pit right there. If I try to do this game deathless someday, I'm probably gonna fall in that pit 1,000 times. My health is so low. None of the enemies in this game drop health. It's so obnoxious. There are like 2 health drops in the entire game. How do you avoid getting hit by that thing? I don't understand some of the design. Now it drops a health item when I don't need it. Just at the time most convenient for proving me wrong. But yeah, like look at this. There's no way to get on this platform without landing on that bottle cap thing, and it hurts you on impact. Can't decide if the enemy placement is sometimes sloppy or intentionally cruel. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah, there's really no way to avoid a hit from this guy. This guy is as far as we've ever made it. He's killed me every time. Oh, And it's a shame because he's not even the boss. Oh no, I think we made it past him once. I think we got to this guy before. Oh yeah, we did, because I did the same thing. I jumped out of the arena and threw our last life away. Now I've done it again. The tradition lives. Oh. What system is this on? This is NES. From the top. So we'll probably do this and then, I don't know, 1 or 2 attempts after this. I don't necessarily expect to beat it tonight, while I would love to. I really only plan to spend about half the stream on it, and then we're gonna switch over. But, you know, we're gonna do as good as we can. Not tonight. We're gonna be that's Shadowgate. Loyal. We're gonna do Shadowgate again tomorrow. Tonight we're doing this and Mission Impossible on the Nintendo 64. If you tune into tomorrow night's stream, bring a barf bag, because I looked up what I've been missing to make progress, and when you see what it is I've been overlooking in that game, you are going to be disgusted. I felt really bad and really reluctant to look up help in that game, and now that I've seen what it was that was eluding us, I don't really feel bad anymore. Nearly all of my guilt has been replaced with annoyance. You love Mission Impossible on N64. You have it on cart still. Right on. We are I don't know how far we are into the game. We're I think about halfway into the second set of missions. So I don't think we'll be getting all the way through that game tonight either, but we'll make a good chunk of progress and then probably come back to it again. So far, I don't know if I've ever made it through a single level without dying at least once. Usually multiple times. I know a big part of it is my fault because I'm not good at using the alternate weapons. But the weapon switching is such a hassle. And the game is so stingy with its health drops. I really wish it were more like Mega Man in that regard. First life here I expect to lose. So I'm not gonna waste our homing missiles on the first life. You know, this was originally designed as a to be a Terminator video game. When they first built it, it was based on the Terminator. I assume it was set in the future, with and you were John Connor or Kyle Reese fighting robots in the future. But it took so long to develop that they lost the license. And so then they changed some of the designs and the story and released the game anyway. I love when games have a cool backstory like that. Yeah, that's what I read online anyway. And that's interesting because this is pretty good for a movie license game. But then again, Sunsoft made Batman, right? And that's a movie license game, so everything online is always true. That's right. I mean, it's illegal to publish something false online, isn't it? Ah. Hey, we made it all the way to this boss. I don't think I'm going to defeat it, but that's okay. This whole life I don't really have great ambitions for because, like I said, I don't think I've ever made it through a level without losing a life, and this is the last life on this continue. There we go. We were close, though. That was a really good run through that level. Excuse me. So yeah, I updated the schedule in the Discord right before I went live, and for the rest of the week, I'm planning Shadowgate 64 tomorrow. Actually, we're going to start the stream with a game called Bubble Ghost for the first part of the stream, and then we're going to switch to Shadowgate after that in the second part of the stream. Thursday night, we're going to do more Symphony of the Night, and Friday we're going to do Doom 64. And Thursday and Friday, we're gonna do some Castlevania: The Adventure and/or Ghosts and Goblins on one or both of those nights as well. But I'm I'm not really sure which I'm going to be in the mood for, so... Symphony and Doom, again, they're going to be the second half of the streams for those nights. But I want to stay flexible regarding what we do for the first part of the stream. I'm kind of scared of playing Doom because I think it's going to be pretty hard. But we're going to give it our best shot. Is Bubble Ghost as adorable as it sounds? I don't know. I think it is. I think it will be based on the cover art. The cover art is pretty cute. I've never played it before. I believe it's a puzzle game. And next week we're going to do spirits and spells. And we might do... I don't know, I'm thinking about doing Silent Hill because a lot of people have expressed interest in that. Among other things. This thing has too much health. I don't think it can be attacked. I think it has to walk all the way across the screen before it can go down. It has so much health. I feel like it's impossible to take it out in one sweep. You think Silent Hill is creepier than Resident Evil? That doesn't really surprise me that much. Well, we're not going to make it this time either, because this guy just stole all my health. So, this attempt is a wash. That one enemy just ruined all of our chances. I'm pretty upset about that, actually. Doesn't matter, I was dead anyway. Oh no, we're gonna have to redo the whole level though. Like, that's the worst thing about it. Now I'm really upset. That bullet was my fault. That enemy is a jerk, and I don't like him. Oh yeah, I don't think Resident Evil is that creepy. There are definitely a few creepy things in Resident Evil. So, Resident Evil, my knowledge of Resident Evil is based pretty much exclusively on the cutscenes from the original game, the remake on GameCube, the first half of Resident Evil 0, and all of Resident Evil 2 on Nintendo 64. That's all of my experience with the series. But when I think about Resident Evil, like, my go-to in my brain is I think of the remake on GameCube. And so I don't find it to be that creepy, but I mean, there are definitely parts of it that are. Arkanoid Addict, welcome to the stream. And Loyal, thank you for the pepper. We'll enjoy that. We'll enjoy that right after this boss fight. I think of Resident Evil as being scary in a more, like, high adrenaline way. And when I think of something as being creepy, I think of it as being something that's, like, unsettling. in more of a downer type of way. Sorry, I'm going to get caught up with you here in just a moment. Yes! Alright. I don't think I actually have to pause. Time to warm up. Nice journey to Silius. This is the last game I beat. Right on. I still haven't beat it yet. I'm working on my first time through. Brosif, welcome to the stream. Yo dog, you married. You know what? I am. I've been waiting months for someone to ask that. I even tried baiting the chat into asking me. And it didn't work. Someone asked me, I think Derek Ocean asked me like a month or two ago. He said, do you have a roommate or do you live alone? And I thought about the question for a moment and I said, neither. And I was hoping that weird answer would cause the chat to ask me, what do you mean? But no one caught it. Like, no one said anything. And I was like, well, I just continue to wait. I remember that. I thought you meant your cats. You're a reasonably private dude, so I never bothered to pry. No, that's fine. Um, so yeah. Yeah, we've been having. I'm married. I've been married for a long time. I also thought. So we've been. How long? How long have we been married? Oh no! Now there's going to be a video of this. It's gonna be. It's been 12 years. But we dated for 3 years before that, so that's why it's difficult sometimes because I have to because it's been we've been together so much longer than we've been married. But we've had a lot of good laughs about we've had a lot of good laughs about when is anybody going to ask, because what I was expecting was because I told a story and I referenced I told a story like and I referenced my girlfriend because I was talking about my wife, but she was my girlfriend at the time when the story took place. But I thought that someone was going to ask me, do you have a girlfriend now? And my prepared answer for that was, I haven't had a girlfriend for 12 years. uh, but yeah, we talked about it before I started streaming, and like my general policy regarding like my personal data is that I tend not to share things until I'm asked about them, or unless there's something I want to say about a game, and it only makes sense with a biographical like piece of information. All right, let me eat this. Let me enjoy this pepper. These are as usual serrano pepper chunks. They're huge. These serranos, they're so thick. Mm. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Pookie Stad, I don't know if I welcomed you to the stream, but I'm glad to have you here. And yeah, someone redeemed a pepper right before your bean, so we're gonna get to it. But I've got to be set on fire first. Oh. Oh no. Is it warming you up any? It's it is destroying me. Oh Mile High Roll wants my credit card info. If you want my credit card debt, Mile High Roll, we can be in touch. We can work something out. You can have that. Oh. I don't think I have any credit card debt at the moment. I try to live very cautiously and very within my means. It is excruciating. The worst part of this, Pepper, is I had pizza for dinner and I ate it when it was too hot, and you get that like hot cheese burn on the roof of your mouth, and now it's being re-irritated by the spicy pepper. Oh. I think that's why it's really so bad. You're fine, Loyal. You're fine. If I wasn't willing to risk it, I could have had the foresight to turn the spicy pepper off. I love deep dish pizza, but I try to avoid it because I always burn the roof of my mouth with it. I don't know that I've ever had a proper like Chicago style deep dish pizza. I've had deep dish pan pizza before, but I know it's not the same. It's a different format, but I think that's the closest I've gotten. All right, let's try a bean. Oh no. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's not what I thought it was. So this is Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. I thought it was the vomit bean at first, but that was just the way the light was catching it. Oh. And it's the sock bean. Oh. As bad beans go, the socks is one of the more tolerable ones. Oh. This is a Contra clone. I wouldn't call it a Contra clone. It definitely has some similarities, because this and Contra are both sort of like run and gun type action games. But I wouldn't go so far as to call it a clone. Your abilities are much more limited in this game. Like your jumping is a lot stiffer. You can't aim in different directions like you can in Contra. So it's definitely its own thing. It also doesn't have the like constant barrage of bullets from every direction like Contra has. It's a pretty good game though. I have a lot of fun with it. The music is outstanding. The visuals are really nice. For the most part, the gameplay is really fun. It's got a couple minor things that bug me. The limited continues is kind of a bummer. And there are some like tiny little design things here and there that I'm not entirely sure if they're sloppy or they're trying to be kind of unfair in places. A lot of the trouble I have when I have trouble in this game, though, is kind of my own fault. Because I don't use my inventory of guns properly, like you should, to really be making progress. And I don't proceed cautiously enough. I keep running headlong into danger that I could avoid if only I would take my time more. So I want to be careful not to blame the game for those things. No, but like that. See that guy swooping in there? It's not super viable to take him out. Well, you know what? I'm going to take it back because I think if I used my alternate weapons there, if I make it back there, I'm going to try and remember to use a different weapon and see if it gets me through there smoothly. Even if it does, it doesn't feel good having an enemy who generates knockback waiting to ambush you on the other side of a really long pit like that. That guy's spooping in. I was saying earlier, if what I read is true, this was actually developed to be a Terminator game. But Sunsoft's license ran out while it was in development, so they changed a few things and released it anyway. Okay. So I'm going to switch to the homing missile, and I'm going to try and test it on the first guy. Yeah. No, I still failed. At least it wasn't the enemy's fault this time. Ooh, and we get to start right here. Why didn't I start right here on the last life? What? Oh, I game overed. We're doomed. I no longer have enough lives to succeed. There are health drops in this game, but they are exceedingly rare. Like I've had entire attempts go by where I've only seen like 1 or 2 health drops in across all like 9 lives. Like that's pretty pathetic. Health drops seem to just have a random percentage chance of happening. But I think that it's even worse than that. I think they have a random percentage chance of happening, but only from some specific enemies. So, not only do you have to get lucky for them to drop, but you have to get lucky at the exact right time. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it feels like. They happen so rarely. If it's possible to get a health drop from any enemy, the drop rate has to be like 1 in 200. Or worse. It is disgustingly low. That homing missile won't attack the enemy. What am I supposed to do? It just avoids the enemy. Oh, I'm so upset. One in 312? Sure. That sounds right. So yeah, you can go years without finding a health drop. And there are places like this where damage is mandatory. I don't like it. Did you ever have any friends who had an uncle who worked for Nintendo? No, I was the friend whose uncle worked at Nintendo. Did you see that? I jumped out of midair. How did that happen? Saved by an amazing glitch. And like every one of those friends, Mile High Rule, I am lying. You did. He actually did work for Nintendo, though. Are you lying too, cows? No one works for Nintendo. Only aliens and robots. Alright, here we go, our one shot at the boss. What is this timing? No. Yuck. At least the boss has a decent pattern. If I can ever make it there with an extra life in my pocket, we might actually have a chance. Oh, I thought you, cows, I thought you were saying you, that you had an uncle who worked at Nintendo. You had a friend with an uncle who worked at Nintendo. Did your friend have any, cool exclusive Nintendo merchandise that you recall? No! I only have hobbyist astronomer uncles. Yeah, the Japanese versions of a lot of games. We're starting this attempt off really bad by losing a life on the first level. But it wasn't 2 lives, so I'll stick with it. I'd be an accomplice. Cows from Space sounds like a 50s sci-fi movie. When I lived in Texas, I lived near the Space Center down there in Houston, and for a while I lived down there anyway. There's a Wendy's right across the street from the Space Center, and they have one of those like signs in the front where like you put the individual letters out to spell a message, and on their board it said open late so you can eat great. And I always wanted to get some of those letters and go there one night and quote unquote vandalize their sign. And I wanted to add a phrase so it would say open late so you can eat great even in space. But I never did it. They probably would have kept it up. I know. It would have been great. I really just don't have a strategy for making it past this guy on the first life. Because I'm so certain I'm gonna die the first time I get here that I really don't want to risk wasting the homing missiles, and the homing missiles are the only effective way of dealing with this guy. Oh, okay. Oh no! The spider. I was becoming bothered that he wasn't climbing down like he was supposed to. This guy is the worst enemy in the game. He steals so much health. Oh, and here he is again. Really, really use one of those impossible health drops. But it didn't happen. From the top. Ooh. Bellard Jeff, welcome in. Hope the stream is going well. It's going a lot less. There's a lot fewer glitches than the last time that I played this. You can actually see what the environments and characters look like. Making some progress. So far, no progress. I've tied my best attempt, but I haven't surpassed it yet. And I actually did exactly the same thing. The furthest I've ever made it is the boss of this level. And both times that I've gotten to that boss, I've immediately killed myself on my last life by jumping into a pit. But no, that's not true. I've made it there 3 times now. And the 3rd time I didn't immediately fall in a pit, but I did die. I remember you doing that. It's one of my finer moments, truly. This guy is going to take me down, unfortunately. But we're giving it our best effort. Okay. So if I can make it to that guy again, with hopefully a little bit more health in the pocket. Would have done the same, probably. I was so scared of the boss I didn't see there was a pit there. And the second time I was so scared of the boss I forgot there was a pit there. I get spooked by new boss fights. Oh, this isn't even where I thought I was. No, we made it to the boss of the next level. This boss is old news. No, I messed up. In Bloodlines, I was spooked by every screen. every auto-scroller, every room gimmick. Every new enemy encounter. Bloodlines is amazing. What a masterpiece. I think the more you hate that game, Jeff, the more I have to love it just to keep the universe in balance. Any game that has the upside down room gimmick is trash. Interesting. Don't get me started on the 9 bosses in a row at the end of the game. Who doesn't like a good old-fashioned boss rush? And you better watch out, Jeff. As much as you love Castlevania 4, you're going to complain about boss rushes? I mean, people in glass houses. No. No. No, I'm back before the falling blocks. I think it's kind of funny because I think you and I actually have most of the same. Like, if you looked at our list of complaints about Bloodlines, our list would be very similar. It's just that none of them really, like, hit me as hard as they do you. It's like, yeah, I don't really like that about the game, but it doesn't ruin the experience for me. Sunsoft goodness, so now it's worth it. This is a really good game. It's not without its flaws either, though. Okay, we finally beat another level. Yes. Unbelievable. Final stage. Oh, it even tells you. Oh, and it's an auto scroller. Yes, my favorite. What? No, I needed that block. I just stopped by just to insult bloodlines. That's how bitter I am. That's what I figured. Uh, that liquid looks like cream of corn. We got to the final stage with a whole continue. My goodness. This gives me I'm feeling that strong sensation of false hope is what I'm feeling. This is our last credit, so our odds are pretty bleak. No! Oh, this game is disgusting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do about those. They might be vulnerable. Maybe next time I'll try the shotgun and see if they can be attacked. You only get one shot. Oh. I don't like this. I don't like this game anymore. Well, if they're vulnerable to the homing missile can't figure it out, so that's not good. Ah, terrible. Oh, what a bad time. What a bad time the end of this game is. Hey, we had one more continue, though. All right. I'm feeling really disheartened. Spirits are low. What is that? Oh no. That timing. Oh, I can't wait to watch Mazin play this game. Not necessarily because I want to watch Mazin suffer, but because he's the only person I know who said that they want to play this game. I don't know that he knows what he's in for. I can't wait to see him get to this part. It'll be fun. It'll be fun rooting for the game when he gets there. Oh, man. These are probably one-hit death. Oh, no. Oh, no. Am I going to get more one-shot boxes to deal with? Whoa! The save! The loss! Oh. There we go. I'm crushed. So close and yet so far. Yes, thank you for believing into me, my friends, but I have let you down. Alright, well, we'll give it one more try. From the top. I'll try one more time, and then if we don't make it... I mean, even if we do make it, but we probably won't make it. But after this attempt, we will switch over to Mission Impossible for the rest of the night. I got boxed out. You're right. You're right about that. No, I messed up. You don't quite have a fixed jump arc in this game, but your jump has a lot of momentum you have to overcome if you want to try and change directions. Nice. I didn't think it refilled your alternate weapons in between levels, but I appear to have been wrong about that. Not this guy. I believe in this run. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Let's see if you're right. We're off to a good start for, you know, whatever that means. There's an enemy right down here. Yeah, I don't know how to avoid being hit by that guy. Some of the enemy placement in this game feels like damage is mandatory. I'd be very interested to see how a no damage run is pulled off. Whoa. Have you played Dracula X? I have not. It seemed like you weren't a huge fan of that one either, though. Unless I misunderstood you. Some of the inner placement in that game feels the same way. I'm not looking forward to that. No, I need to play Rondo. I need to play the Rondo remake, and I need to play Dracula X. I think those are the only classic Castlevanias that I have not played at all. Be real bold and try and use the homing missiles on our first life. This is probably going to get me in big trouble. Yep. We got him, but we died. Ah! I hate this game. And now I'm out of homing missiles. I told you he's going to get me into trouble. I'm talking about a different game. There's a 2.5 remake of Rondo. It's called Dracula X Chronicles. or it's the main game in that collection. Dracula X Chronicles is 3 games. It's a 2.5 remake of Rondo, the original Rondo with updated voice acting, and Symphony of the Night with updated voice acting. Yeah, it's for the PSP. This run went from the best run to the worst run, because now we're going to have to repeat all of level 2, because I'm not going to be able to beat this boss without homing missiles. Everything else is too weak. This is awful. I'm not having fun anymore. I'm being mistreated. Rondo of Blood is probably my favorite of the 16-bit era games. Say Rondo, Castlevania 4, Bloodlines, Dracula X. You like Bloodlines more than Dracula X? Who is this imposter that has hijacked Jeff's account? This villain must be stopped. This looks really hard. Oh, believe me, it is. Oh, I also need to do a playthrough of Simon's Quest and Castlevania Legends. I forgot. And of course, he goes down so easily this time. The game just wanted to steal a continue from me. Played a patch fan translation of Simon's Quest that also included a map. I plan to play Simon's Quest with just the manual. It won't really be fair because some of the trickier things have been spoiled for me, just because I've existed in the gaming world. But I know that there's definitely going to be stuff I don't know about that is going to cause me a great deal of pain and probably force me to look up some help. But I'm going to at least set off on my quest without it. It can't be as bad as Shadowgate 64, right? It's infamous, yeah. I hope that skeleton behind you is real, because plastic skeletons are bad for the environment. It's okay. It's okay. He's a recycled skeleton, so he's actually good for the environment. He was a Halloween decoration that was repurposed as a Christmas gift. Who did you murder? Be honest. Jeff, it was the guy who decided that Bloodlines should have limited continues. I found him and exacted our revenge. You could have passed for that murder. The cops interrogated me. They said, "Is it true that you murdered the Bloodlines, Dev?" And I said, "Yes." "Am I under arrest?" And they said, "No. We want to give you the key to the city." If only all the bosses were as learnable as that boss. Yuck. I've made it so far. I covered so much ground with that, just that one piece of health. I knew it would come. I knew it would fall apart eventually, but it was still sad to see it happen. Those missiles are very important. Final stage. Let's see how many times this box ruins me. What is the strategy for getting past these things? I see none. As much as I don't like when games spoil stuff about themselves for me, there is something really exhilarating about the game telling you announcing that you're on the final stage. Okay, I believe this is our last continue since one of them was stolen from us. On my third burg of the day, really got to put more thought into foods in the near future. Man, I think a burger sounds really good. I haven't had a burger in like 2 weeks. Hey, there actually is a checkpoint there. These boxes fall too fast. Ah. No, I'm gonna be electrocuted to death. It's a permanent trap. Ah. During the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era, games, particularly RPGs, had a tendency for the opening video just to be a spoiler reel of FMVs throughout the game, and kind of made me mad when games did that, because the opening vid shouldn't spoil anything about the game you're playing. I agree. Ah. Oh, that's it, my friends. Aside from the... Oh, we got another continue! Aside from the terrible level 2 and really being bad at this level, we've done pretty well this run. So you can be patient around some of those. I don't think you can be patient for all of them, though. I feel like I've got to be hit somewhere, or I'm not going to have time to stay away from the left side of the screen. All right, we've made it further than we've ever been. I don't know what in the world I'm supposed to do about that. You can't just run through, so... I wonder if you can jump over these things. Not really. Oh, and my health is already gone. Yuck. This life has ended. Further damage will be unavoidable. Yeah, what are you even supposed to do about this situation? That last level is really frustrating. I'm not a fan. Alright, my friends, we gave it our best effort. We made some progress. We got further than we've ever been before. A couple times we made progress, so that's good. So maybe beating this game is in our future. We'll have to see, but it's not in our immediate future. It's not going to happen tonight, because for tonight we are done with Journey to Silius. It's been a medium time. I had a lot of fun in most of the game, and I had a really bad time in a couple parts of the game. And they kind of cancel each other out to a very mediocre experience at the moment. But you know, we did our best. I probably won't pick this up again this week, but I may slot it onto the schedule next week. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because I'm gonna really want to emphasize spooky games next week, so it could be 2 weeks before we play this again. By which time I will have lost all of the ability that I have developed and will be restarting from scratch. But sometimes that's just what has to happen. Good progress, thank you, cows. The music is kind of groovy. This game has really good music. That's one of its aesthetic is great. The music's good. The visuals are good. It's got a little bit of brutality to its game design that makes it a rough experience. I think I'll enjoy if I stick with it. I think I'll enjoy being good at this game, though. It's one of those games that I think will feel really good to do very well at. Don't forget to purchase anti-spoop ointment for the spoop streams. I'll look into it. Pookie-stan. Alright, next up is another non-spooky game. We're going to switch over to Mission Impossible, and we're going to see if we can do a couple missions. We're going to see if we can do a couple missions in that game tonight, and see what happens to us there. So, thank you very much for keeping me company and cheering me on in Journey to Silius. Sorry I was not able to bring home the win yet, but there will be more opportunities in our future. And if you want to, I'll be sure to pick that up at the store tomorrow. Thanks for the reminder, Cow says. If you want to stick around for just a moment, I'm going to take a short BRB, and when I'm back, we'll switch over to Mission Impossible for probably the rest of the night. So I'll see you again very shortly, my friends.